Hey guys, this is Dr. Sander with your weekly health tip, and I'm so excited. I just came back from another powerful seminar, and what they were talking about is really, if we had to simplify what we do as chiropractors, we work with stress that accumulates in the brain and in the spine. And if you think about it, what we know in the research, a lot of people are saying, 80%, maybe 90%, and I personally believe, and a man I greatly admire, Dr. Hoffman, was talking about this, is that in my opinion, I think the stress is probably close to 100% unless someone gets into a car accident, physically falls. Stress is probably like 99% of disease and illness. So what happens is, using the brain as a metaphor, what's happening is when we constantly get stressed and stimulated, the brain almost starts revving, it gets overheated, stress starts to accumulate in the spine, and then whatever it's connected to starts to break down. And if you think about it, why we advocate in our office wellness, prevention, these kind of models, is because we are constantly under stress. If you think about cell phones, our diets, missing meals, not eating the right foods, relationship stress, financial stress, academic stress, family stuff, taking care of the kids, maybe there's a health issue in the family, maybe you are suffering with a health issue. All of these stressful events that we get exposed to. I had a patient right now saying they're stressed about, what's happening in the world. It's a very fearful time to be living in 2013. So with all these events coming together, that's why we do recommend ongoing care, why we do recommend prevention, why we recommend lifetime care, why we recommend care for the family, because we all get exposed to stress. Myself, once a week, I actually get adjusted. I can't imagine, and I've used this metaphor, you could pay me millions of dollars and say never get adjusted again. I would give the money back because I've seen the value of having a healthy nervous system. But really the objective is to keep stress off the brain, off the spine. We're using the spine to help the brain actually relax, because if there's too much stress in the brain, the disease process, the sickness, the illnesses all develop. And it's such a critical part, man. You can have vitamins, you can do exercise, you need to take care of the neurology. The neurology is everything, it's function, repair, healing, it needs to be taken care of. And what's so exciting, they were showing research where looking at pre and post adjustment, not only how people are feeling and looking at muscles or things, now they're looking at pre and post adjustment, how it affects the brain. And what they're finding is the brain gets stimulated, there's a relaxed response, very powerful stuff. So the research in chiropractic is very exciting, and it obviously benefits our patients. So remember, every time you're coming here, the reason you're coming is the more we take stress out of the system, the body can heal, which is why things like the exercise, meditation, prayer, all these kind of things complement it. Having a great diet gives the body a chance to relax. But the fundamental thing you have to do is you can do all those things, but unless you get specifically scientifically adjusted and the pressure comes off, that whole sickness cycle will always be there and possibly lead to a disaster. So that's our intention in the office, is to get rid of the brain stress. And speaking of ways to get rid of stress, on Tuesday, as a reminder, April 30th, we're having a jam-packed event, Power Fitness. It's going to be awesome. We're going to be teaching you how to work out at home effectively. 15-20 minutes is all it takes, but secret strategies to be safe, to get the best benefits, where you don't have to go to the gym, or you don't, and even if you go to the gym and you want to modify things, but it's good to hear the research, what healthy people are doing to have the best health possible. If you're coming, bring as many guests as you want. We want to pack that place out, and we love having you as a patient, and God bless. We'll see you next week.